Hi students, we're going to do 3 different ways to work on retouching. We're going to use the spot healing brush tool, we're going to use the clone stamp tool, and we're going to use some selections, adjustment layers, blend modes. What I first want to do is make sure when you open up a photo, whatever you choose, you want to make sure that the background layer is unlocked, which this was. I'm going to zoom in really close. When you work on spot healing, you want to make sure that your brush is larger than whatever issue you have going on. So maybe I have something going on here, but I'm going to make sure my brush is larger. And over here, I might choose, instead of proximity match, I might choose content aware instead. And then, of course, you want to make sure that it's not a super hard brush. So content aware can be one thing that might help, but it might cause more problems, as you might notice. It's not really doing what we need it to do. So in that case, you go to the clone stamp tool. Clone stamp tool, you hit Alt on the PC or Option click, and then you're cloning whatever's above. You Option click, and then you click and drag. Option click, click and drag. And I know you become aware of this in the previous unit. You're sampling an area above and then copying it below. Okay, so once you're done with that, which I feel like that's somewhat what we want it to feel like. Okay, good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a layer, and we're going to go into the brush tool, and we are going to make her face just a little bit lighter. It's really contrasted right now, but of course, if you want to make your brush larger or smaller, you want to do the left bracket or the right bracket. I'm going to do the right bracket, and we are going to hit D on our keyboard to default to the foreground as being black and the background to being white. And we really want the foreground to be white, so we're going to hit X. So D to default to get rid of all the colors, but then X to switch these. You can switch them back. X. Okay? And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that the hardness is at 0 here. And I'm going to add beautiful lightness to her face. Okay? Any area you might feel works, like her neck, maybe her nose, whatever. But I'm staying away from her eyes and her lips. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a soft light filter in the blend modes. And so yes, absolutely, that's not natural. I'm going to back up. We're going to give it an opacity because it's not very natural. And if we lighten it back up and then down a little bit, that will be very helpful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and you can always hit Alt, click, and you can see sort of what you've done. Alt, click, or Option on the Mac, Alt, click right on that eyeball of the background layer. Okay, and it will show you sort of before after type of thing. The next thing you want to do is we're going to do something interesting. We are going to shrink our brush, zoom into the eyes. We're going to play with the iris here. So again, that left and right bracket for making the iris large and small. Let's choose a color. But first, let's make a new layer. Let's choose a color. And I'm going to say it's going to be a blue. I'm going to make it a very bright blue. And then let's make sure it's a good size here. Okay. So anytime you make a mistake, you can always hit E. And then, of course, my brush is really big for E. But if I go outside of that, I go E, I can shrink my brush, and then maybe that blue was a little bit outside what I wanted. Yes, she looks like a demon. We don't want that. So what we want to do next is add an adjustment layer that is just color. Now overlay would be fine too, but it's not as bright, so color would just give it a little bit more. And if that still looks super unrealistic, then we can go up to our opacity and lighten that up a little bit. Okay. All right, so I think that's ideal. And then we're going to do the same with color streaks in our hair. Let's add another layer down here. Let's enlarge our brush. Wherever her highlights are is where I really would like to, oops, let's go here, where I'd really like to brush. So I'm just giving it a few blue streaks here. All right, so I've got these blue streaks. Clearly this is not ideal. We want to, again, add an overlay. And if we add a color overlay or a soft light overlay, which I kind of feel is a little bit more ideal, we can then adjust. And if we need to, we can hit E and make sure that none of that blue falls outside the hair, because in some areas it's a little weird here. It doesn't look as natural. Okay. And your left and right brackets, again, make it a little bit bigger or smaller. You can add some of that blue. So there we go. Okay, so she's got a little bit, some blue streaks. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add another layer. And we are going to adjust the lips. We're going to give her some lipstick. And what we're going to use for this is we're going to use the Lasso Tool. The Lasso Tool makes sure that you have a 1 pixel. You want it to be a little bit soft. You want it to also say that it's a new selection. And you don't want to go outside of the lips too much because it'll look like a clown. You want to be right inside the lips. And it's hard on the trackpad, but just do your best. And if you need to redo it, that's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure this one's not ideal, what I just did. But we'll see. So the next thing you want to do is for the lips, we're just going to do an adjustment layer. And this one's going to be a curves adjustment layer. And that brings up the properties panel. And so what you can see is that if I mess with the properties, I can go into red. I can make it any kind of unique color that I want. The absence of red, the absence of blue, the absence of green, kind of play around with those colors just a little. So I did blue just because we are focusing on blue. And of course, that's not realistic. So I'm going to go up to my opacity and then adjust the opacity so that it looks a little bit more realistic. Okay, so she's got some blue lipstick, maybe something blue in her eyes, and some blue streaks in her hair. And I've lightened her face. So that's just one of many, many ways that you can be very savvy at photo retouching. Hopefully you all find some value in this and in your assignment, and let me know if you need any help. I'll see you in the next video.